Another thing I wanted to mention to you is that the children in Gaza see the student protesters. They see it. They see the solidarity. That's what's really important. That's what this is also about. They know that they're not alone. Think about that. They're currently in tents, okay? They're currently forced to live inside of tents in horrifying conditions that Israel, the apartheid regime, has subjected them to. And in the brief moments where they do have some internet, they do have some electricity, they see the footage coming out of the Western world. They see the solidarity and they appreciate it. Okay, Bizan also responded. I'm going to show you that too.
Thank you. Pro-Palestinian protests spread to even more college campuses. The protesters now getting a message of support from the people they're fighting for, the children in Gaza.
We love the students of Harvard University. We are the students of Harvard University. We respect the students of your university. Thank you, the students of Columbia University. We respect you. We hear you. We love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Pro-Palestinian protests spread.
There you go. That's what it's about. So fuck everybody that talks shit, okay? So, as I was saying, I'm going to show you what Bizan had to say about it as well. Remember, they see it. They see the actions that you're taking. It is not for nothing, okay? So remember, not only is divestment good practice in general, but a show of solidarity from the Western world and the children of powerful individuals in the Western world that go to these elite institutions, putting their fucking bodies on the line, putting their careers on the line, putting their future prospects on the line, with the risk of arrest, with the risk of having their lives be threatened by doxing. They see that. They recognize that. Palestinians, in all of my years of coverage, in all the years that I've talked to Palestinians and all my years of coverage of the Palestinian cause, Palestinians have always brought up awareness as the primary thing that people in the Western world can do because their conditions are that bad. And there is no information about their plight up until now, right? There is no broad awareness of the things that Palestinians are subjected to until now. And here you have Palestinians recognizing that and celebrating it. So remember, when people get upset at the protests, oh, they blocked the road. Oh, why are they doing these encampments? Oh, let's center the protest, the student protest and the student activism around the feelings of agitators and direct dick riders of Israel that are perpetrating that fucking violence to the Palestinians. Let's center their feelings in this conversation in the Western world. When mainstream media does that shit, okay, doesn't work. Palestinians see that. Don't listen to the naysayers, okay?
5 years old, I've lived my whole life in Gaza Strip and I've never felt hope like now. Never. I mean, it's magical feelings running in my veins right now in my head. I'm in Gaza City, in the north of Gaza Strip, rebuilding my city after this genocide is ended. I even started to dream that my friends from Yafa, Haifa, Akka, Al-Majdal are returning to their cities after being displaced for 75 years. These young heroes in universities around America and the world are stronger than the last occupation in history. And for the first time in our lives as Palestinians, we hear a voice louder than their voices and the sound of their bombs, and even stronger than their control in all aspects of our lives. In the 70s, the occupation prime minister said after decades of killing Palestinians, stealing their lands, and establishing state of Israel over the lands, that the adults will die and children will definitely forget. Wait, is that the greatest remontada in history? Because it's children and youth who are leading the movement now for a free Palestine, putting everything they have on the line to demand justice, an end of the genocide, and a new era of the world, not based on oppression, exploitation, or colonialism. You know what the best part is? Demonstrations and calls for boycott in the academic institutions are not limited to a certain people from certain religion, culture, color, race, or maybe economic level. We are all different. So we can no longer be accused of anti-Semitism, serving some agendas from outside. We are just different people calling for the same thing. people to people, and people to justice. 200 days of spent escaping death every single minute were not in vain. And those...
It's the least we can all do. Okay? In the face of endless cruelty, in the face of endless violence that our state is facilitating, a genocide that Israel has brought upon this population that does not deserve it. Nobody deserves ethnic cleansing, of course. The collective punishment that our state facilitates, the least we can do is say, not in our name, stop fucking funding and facilitating this genocide, stop offering political cover to kill Palestinians without any sort of repercussions whatsoever. Okay? These kinds of protests, these kinds of demonstrations is the least we can do. It should be the starting point of this conversation. And I guess it bears repeating, but I had not felt this much hope in so many years. It almost felt like it was February and the Nevada primaries that happened for Bernie Sanders all over again. Hopefully the outcome won't be as devastating in the aftermath of that, but you just don't give up the pressure. I know it's going to get hard. It's going to get worse, as a matter of fact, especially as the Israel defender side sees that they do not have the numbers in the face of broad support from the Western world, especially younger generations, finally recognizing Israel's unimaginable cruelty. They're going to look to allies to bring numbers out. Okay? It's going to get a little bit harder. The agitators and the counter protesters aren't simply going to be rich fucking dickhead fail sons from Beverly Hills like the ones we saw at the UCLA campus protest. Okay? It's going to be Christian Zionists as well. And those guys are fucking nutty. They're insane. We're going to cover them a little bit because they held a counter protest at Columbia University last night. When that happens, it will get a little bit worse for everyone involved. However, that's where the dam will break, in my opinion. That is going to be the most important battle in this otherwise peaceful protest. They probably will not keep it peaceful. The Christian Zionists are used to getting their way. They're used to having the militarized state do their bidding. But every single action that you take in the direction of Palestinian emancipation matters.
40,000 innocent souls were killed during these days were not also in vain. And this is the first time to feel this and to tell you this. Keep going, because you're our only hope. And we promise we will hold our ground and tell you the truth always. And please, don't let their violence scare you. In Arabic we say, ظهرهم في الحيط. In English that means...
What does it mean?